Waiving further signs, we will declare the village council meeting to order. Please stand and join me in the pledge to the American flag. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I will make note in the minutes that every council member is present. Next thing is the minutes. You have had the minutes. Any questions or corrections? Motion to accept the minutes.
You have that motion?
Second.
I'll second.
Discussion of any? Roll call vote.
Rebecca?
Yes.
Marilyn?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Brian?
Yes.
Dave?
Yes.
Okay, there was no one listed for public comments. We'll go right into the village administrator's report.
Thanks, sir. A few items here for you. I have one pending community service program. I had to send the young man back to actually get the court order from the court, so we couldn't really give him any time or anything yet, so waiting for him to get back with that. You might notice the little magic machine here in front of me. We made some technical discoveries while we were trying to accommodate some public record requests on the recordings of our minutes, or our meetings rather, and found out that our 26-year-old machine had given up the ghost a while back with respect to being able to copy those, close the file, a whole bunch of technical gobbledygook that I'll let somebody way smarter than me describe if you need to have it. Bottom line was the machine was not functioning as we needed it to, so we have a new digital camera and a new computer that will now record our meetings in an MP4 format, which is loadable to CDs, flash drives, YouTube, and in the event we get the connection properly put together, we could actually live stream them if we get that all set up too. So we're moving in a little closer to the 21st century, so we should be able to accommodate those requests much better. Wastewater treatment plant, we've been approved by SWACO to take solid waste up to there. That's a Southwest Solid Waste Authority of Central Ohio. I get that one mixed up. Southwest Solid Waste Authority of Central Ohio. We'll be moving our stockpile up there, and then that'll be part of our comprehensive plan for getting rid of solid waste. As you know, we take 375,000 gallons a day in, and we probably bring out 5,000 gallons of sludge. We have to do something with it. It either has to get transferred to another treatment facility, land applied in the proper EPA protocol, or we press it in the biosolids building, and then we get rid of the solid waste that way. So that's part of our comprehensive plan is SWACO. We do have a company that will haul liquid for us, and we are still trying to get some way of getting rid of that without it being cost to the village. So we're working on that. Now we had a boiler tech come in and check our boiler. It turns out it had quite a few repairs it needed to have, a couple of pieces and parts, some functionality that I won't say was not instructed when we took possession, but a piece or part procedurally that wasn't being used that could have enhanced its operation. We now have a little better understanding of that boiler thanks to the boiler tech that was out there. So we should have that rolling pretty soon. The new water plant, the building foundations are moving along. They'll start assembly here in the next week or two of the actual building, so you're going to see a lot more visual progress instead of just people driving around in the dirt. We've been doing that since we started, but that's really the biggest part of it. The building will fly up pretty quick, and then some of the big equipment will start moving in, so things will start coming together visually much faster. We're tapping the 2 water mains on Wednesday. Should not be any disruption to any of the services. There won't be any need for flushing or concern about the quality of water since it's simply out, not in. But we are going to tap those on Wednesday. So if it burps a little bit in pressure, nothing to concern yourself with. We're just getting those things running. They may actually run a little bit. Continuing the meter program, and continuing to monitor the water revenue to make sure that we're getting good accurate billing there. Street signs, we did some streets and signs. Did some pothole repairs around the village, trying to fill in some of the big holes so we don't throw ourselves through the windshield when we're plowing snow this winter. There were a couple of bomb craters we had to fill in, and Tyler and I went around and filled a whole bunch of those up. The other guys had much more important stuff to do, so I went around and played pothole filler for the day. That was kind of fun. Snow equipment is pretty much ready for the season. We have the zones set, the plowing plan ready to go, and we've replaced a few outdated and faded signs and got a couple of the new ones too to put up in various places. Cliffview water issue, we're still waiting for final engineering from the county. We hope we're moving on that before we get too cold and can't get in and out, so that should be moving along here shortly. Christmas in the Village, December 2nd through the 4th, is still on track. I'll toss the ball over to Rebecca here in a minute for any additional comments. And then we're waiting on the final Clevenger Road repair engineering specifications, and the Mason Park work should be underway. We're hoping to get all the concrete poured this year and then finish most of that up in the spring. So, no further ado, if there's anything else you'd like to say about the Christmas in the Village, events, tree lightings, all that kind of stuff, I'll toss it to you now. Pending your questions, that's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Jack, you have a report?
I explained to you about the mental health coming down, talking about the epidemic of heroin. Again, likely it's next council meeting. A recovering addict is going to also be here to speak to the council. She's got a great story, and I think you'll all be delighted to listen to her talk. Also, you've got October police run cards there. Did you give those out, Bonnie? Okay. If there's not any questions on those, then that's all I have.
Hey Jack, that's what I think it's really great to hear about that, because that heroin epidemic is everywhere. So.
Yeah, it is. It's bad. And that's all I have.
Okay. Law Director,
I have no report, Mayor.
Clerk of Council, Finance.
Well, let's see, we've got bills to pay this evening, and they've all been looked at and signed. Questions have been answered of import on certain issues. And so there being nothing further on paying the bills, I would like to have a motion to pay the bills as you see them on your warrant list.
Motion on the floor, pay the bills. Second? I'll second. Any discussion on the bills? Roll call.
Mary Lou?
Yes.
Jim?
Yes.
Diane?
Yes.
David?
Yes.
Rebecca?
Yes. And we had a finance committee meeting 22nd, and thanks to those who were able to get here, we had a full contingent. And so we listened to a report from village administrator, and we listened to a report from fiscal officer, and several things were discussed. And so recommendations from finance for tonight's meeting are concerning the additions that we got this morning from Mark, and then the ones that we had tonight when we got here, which is the same situation. These things are going to be absolutely essential for wastewater treatment, right, John?
Yes, ma'am.
The new water treatment plant, which you should write up there, this will address that. And a resolution in support of our employee Tyler Curtis to obtain his Water One license. And then an amended certificate by fiscal officer. So that's what That's what the recommendations from the three of us on Finance Committee came up with. And, so when we get to that part, that's what they are, and they are recommended. So, but vote your conscience. And, we so far have not planned another Finance Committee meeting, but John, anytime you need one, Lowell, anytime, just let me know. And, we can decide then whether we want a work session or just a Finance Committee meeting. So, Mr. Anderson, your report on.
I don't have a reader report this time.
Okay.
Any other questions or comments for finance this time? Moving wastewater, and streets. Water, wastewater, and streets. Anything beyond what John has already given you? Any questions? Parks and Rec and the festival?
Okay, on Tuesday, we had a Parks and Rec meeting. All committee members were there, as well as 2 representatives of the Mount Sterling Eagles Youth League, John Martin and Buell. It was a very productive meeting. We received a summary of everything that was done in 2016. It really is pretty impressive. We had purchased a lot of the ball mix to get the fields in good shape, 2 sets of new bleachers to replace the ones that were considered dangerous, football equipment, t-shirts for the camp that we had, the James Cotton, and paint for the field. We also talked about things that we wish to do in 2017, and with the recent completion of the drainage issue, it's really going to improve the quality of the field, so we're hoping that it will really make for much better ball games and even tournaments. One thing that did come up that I'd like to present to council is, if you recall last year we did the batting cages in the gymnasium of the old school. We'd like to start that up again, starting in January. And so what I would like to do is make a motion to council to approve the usage of the school building. It would be for rental a cost of $450 to rent the school. And also authorization to purchase balls for use within these batting cages. It'd be softballs and baseballs. It's a total of $674.74.
Okay. You have a second to your motion?
Second.
All right. Any discussions or questions to ask Rebecca regarding her motion?
Just very quickly, this is from primarily the budget for.
It's, yeah, out of the budget, and for the budget for 2016, we came in well below our $25,000 budget.
Yes.
And so the 2 items, I would need a second motion for the rental of the school for $450. That would be coming out of this year's budget, and there's still plenty of money available in the budget. We did very well, and with people working extremely hard to keep the field up and everything.
Okay.
I think it's gonna be great for the youth league too, to have batting practice in the winter, because gets them ready and they either win some more ball games.
And it's not just, the youth league I think will have the priority, but I think there's schools that are interested and individuals. It really became so popular that they've come up with a very, very nice schedule that people can sign up for. And also very strict rules to make sure that there's no liability that we may be taking on. And it's become very, very popular. So I know they're anxious to get those up and running by January.
That was kind of the question I had going forward, was in terms of the liability, should a child or any person get injured
And I
in the
believe
batting cages, outside the batting cages?
there's also a release form too, that like parents I think need to sign, is that correct? And
Saying what, they hold the village not accountable or?
Right.
So basically, it's the person who
They're at-
owns the school that gets the revenue for the rental.
yes,
Yes.
and he asks just a minimal amount, and that's Jeff Daniels.
Jeff Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, when we rented it, like for the Gould School, for example, I think it was $500 for the 3 weekends, and he's only
Right.
charging the village $450 for several months.
Mhm. So apparently, the building has passed code
Mhm.
Yes.
and so forth. I mean,
Yeah, we had to have,
because it had a lot of code issues when they closed the elementary school
Certainly.
down. And so I was wondering, even with recent activities, whether the building is up to code. I mean, in
We-
terms of state requirements and all that?
We had to have a safety inspector go through for the Google School for the liability insurance. And I know that for the requirements for what we wanted to do, it passed all the inspections. I think if it were to be a school, that's a whole different ballgame, but for what we want to use it for and what Parks and Rec wants to use it for, it meets all of that.
Everybody's requirements for safety.
Yeah, I think if it wasn't, then we would not be able to do that.
Well, I would hope not.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
Thank you.
never hurts to ask. And then, any other questions about the school or use of it?
No. Are we ready for a vote on the motion on the floor? All right, roll call vote on the motion on the floor. You want to repeat it?
Well, it's two items. The expenditure of $450 for rental of the gymnasium of the school, for the batting cages and ball practice, and for also the purchase of softballs and baseballs, which are very durable, they'll last a long time. And I think that's $674.74
Okay.
to be used in conjunction with this.
Now,
Roll call
these
vote.
balls that you're about to purchase also will be used at the outdoor batting facility when it gets put in. They're made by the company that makes the pitching machines, jugs. They're very durable, they last a long time, so we should be in great shape there for quite a few years with them, if we don't lose them.
Roll call vote, please.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane, David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes?
Mary Lou.
Yes.
Motion carried. Anything else from the festival committee?
Well, about, just a few things about this weekend. As John mentioned, we are doing the tree lighting at dusk on Friday. We'll have a choir singing, Santa will come in on a fire engine. There will be tents set up in the front of Town Hall. A lot of businesses will be handing out literature, information, and then I believe here in council chambers, Friday night till 1 o'clock, we'll have various nonprofits having bake sales. So make sure to come in and get a lot of goodies. Saturday morning, of course, is the Breakfast with Santa, which is a really big fundraiser for the Youth League. And that's going to be at the community center Saturday afternoon from, I think it's 2 to 7, they're calling it the Mary Market. A lot of the different stores and businesses are going to have open houses and specials, so please support local businesses. Saturday night, right at dark, we're doing a parade of lights. It's going to line up on New Street, come down London Street, and I think end at the library. So it'll be our first time having an actual Christmas parade with lit up vehicles. It should be really, really nice. Then, of course, Sunday, we're having the community centers doing their Christmas in the village from 2 to 4. So it should be a great weekend for the village, and we encourage everyone to attend.
Also, Rebecca, we got the Jingle Bell run at the community at 10 o'clock.
At 10 o'clock on Saturday also, yes.
I'll have to wear my jingle
And the
hat
ugly
tonight.
sweater contest, and there's so much going on. There's a lot more than there has been in previous years. So check all the different flyers. There's an ugly sweater contest and a gingerbread house contest.
Okay. Anything
That's
else?
it.
Moving along then to the Tri-County Fire Department.
We have a meeting Wednesday.
Sterling Joint Ambulance District.
Next meeting is December the 7th at 8 o'clock.
Pleasant Township.
And we had a meeting November the 21st. They approved the minutes. They paid the warrants. They discussed the bill with the Madison County engineer on the work on Dyer Road. Discussed the bill on the new road signs I think they put up in Burr Oaks. And they're getting the snow plows installed on the trucks.
Any questions on that? All right, moving along to the ordinances and resolutions. The first one, 2016-32, an ordinance to make appropriations for current expenses of the village of Mount Sterling, Madison County, Ohio during the fiscal year ending December the 31st, 2017. I want a motion to place it on the third reading.
Yeah, that motion, sir.
I'll second.
And it's been seconded. Roll call vote on the motion.
Diane,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes?
Mary Lou.
Yes.
Jim.
Yes.
Motion carried. Motion now to adopt Resolution 2016-32, the appropriations resolution, to adopt it now. Motion,
I'll give you that motion.
second.
I'll second.
Discussion. Roll call vote.
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane.
Yes.
Okay. A resolution authorizing Lowell Anderson or his designee to enter into agreement with J. Carr Construction to repair the safety equipment at the wastewater treatment plant, adopting the recommendations of the Finance Committee and declaring an emergency. You have that before you. Any questions? I want a motion to leave the emergency clause in there. So the first motion I want, a resolution to leave the emergency clause in this resolution.
You have that motion, sir?
So moved and David.
All right, we have a motion and a second to leave the emergency clause in this resolution. Questions? Adopting emergency clause, leaving the emergency clause in. Ready to vote on leaving the emergency clause in the resolution?
Do you think to suspend the rules?
That's what he's, I think that's what he's trying to
Trying to
say.
say
Or
that I think-
suspend the rules, is that what you're asking?
Yes, I'm going to ask
Suspend the
you.
rules, I'm sorry.
Yes.
Use that language.
Suspend the rules and leave the emergency clause in there. That's what I'm asking for.
So moved.
Second?
All right, we have a motion and a second to leave the emergency clause in there and suspend the rules. Ready to vote?
Rebecca,
Yes.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
Yes.
David.
Okay. Now, the next motion I want is to adopt the resolution, which we have suspended the rules, and adopt this resolution so that the repair on the safety equipment at the wastewater treatment plant, we've left the emergency clause in. Now, we're going to place it on the third and final reading.
So moved.
I'll second.
We have a motion to place resolution 2016-34 on the first and third and final reading. Roll call vote.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Rebecca.
Yes.
Thank you. Now I want to adopt resolution 2016-34, to adopt it.
You have that motion, sir?
All right, we put it through this, and now we have a motion to adopt it.
I'll second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded that we adopt this resolution 2016-34. We've gone through all the necessary prep for presenting this resolution for adoption. A motion now on the floor I have to adopt this resolution. Roll call vote.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Mary Lou.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. The next resolution, this calls for Weller Heating and Plumbing Company to repair the heating and cooling equipment at the wastewater treatment plant. And we're adopting the recommendations of the Finance Committee and declaring an emergency. First of all the resolutions we have here have been approved to form.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to get that out of the way. They're all approved to form by our solicitor. Now, I want a motion to suspend the rules and leave the emergency clause in there. So a motion to suspend the rules for resolution 2016-35 and declare an emergency.
I'll
I'll
give
make
that
that
motion.
motion.
I'll second.
Aye.
Diane?
Dan made the motion and you second. Okay. Roll call vote on suspending the rules.
Diane,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim.
Yes.
Okay, motion carried. The next motion I want on resolution 2016-35, place resolution 2016-35 on first, second, third, and final reading. Motion to do that.
You have that motion?
Second. Discussion? Vote?
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane.
Yes.
Thank you. The resolution Resolution 2016-35 has been put through the misery of suspending the rules, placed on the first, second, third, and final reading, and now I want to adopt it. So give me a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Discussion. Roll call vote.
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane.
Yes.
Motion, resolution 16-35 adopted. The next resolution is 2016-36, authorizing Lowell Anderson or his designee to enter an agreement with IPI to finish the engineering plans for a new water tower, adopting the recommendation of the Finance Committee and declaring an emergency. I want a motion to suspend the rules and leave the declaring emergency in here.
You have that motion?
Okay, second?
I'll second.
Vote?
Rebecca,
Yes.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
David.
Yes.
The second motion, I want to place resolution 2016-36 on first, second, third, and final reading.
I'll give you that motion.
I'll second.
Need a second? Discussion? Vote, please. Roll call.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Rebecca.
Yes.
Resolution 2016-36, we have it ready for adoption. Remember, we stopped work on the plans on the water tower at that time. We thought we would be okay, but then when they cleaned the existing water tower, they found a sieve, and we're living on borrowed time. So we want, I hate the thought of this, but we have to do this. And so we have the resolution with the emergency clause in here that has gone through the three readings, and now I need a motion to adopt this resolution. We've already paid some on the work that they had completed, but it's still the work, the design has not been completed. We need to get that done. We already have the money. So motion to adopt resolution 216-36.
I'll give you a motion.
Second,
I'll second.
roll call vote.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Mary Lou.
Yes.
Thank you, it's been adopted. Resolution 2016-37. Adopt a resolution authorizing Lowell Anderson or his designee to allow Tyler Curtis to train for and take the Water One operating license and declaring an emergency. I would like to suspend the rules. We can get into the class sooner if we do this. So I want a motion to suspend the rules on resolution 216-37.
So moved.
I'll second.
Okay. Now, it's an emergency because he just decided a few days ago he wants to do this, so that's why it's an emergency. All right, resolution 216-37, now we have in declaring an emergency. Okay? Ready?
Diane,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim.
Yes.
Second motion I want is to suspend the rules on first, second, third, and final readings. To suspend the rules.
You have that motion, sir?
I'll second.
Now this is resolution 216-37. Motion on the floor to suspend the rules and the three readings. The three readings, I guess. Roll call vote?
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane.
Yes.
Final motion is We have suspended the rules, we have suspended the readings, and now I want a motion to adopt Resolution 2016-37.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call.
Rebecca,
Yes?
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes?
David.
Yes.
Okay, we have dispensed with that resolution 2016-37. 37. Now, the next resolution coming before us is an emergency too, because we have an emergency. We want to leave the emergency clause in here, and this ordinance is a supplemental appropriation for current expenses and other expenditures of the Village of Mount Sterling, Madison County during the fiscal year ending December 2016. Section 2201 is a sewer operating fund. Appropriation has to be changed. And the second part of that, fire escrow insurance, we are to receive $2,260 some dollars.
2667.66.
Again, please.
2667.66.
All right. Now, what is that? There's a fire in town, and the insurance companies deposit the money with us until they clean it up. If they don't clean it up, we have to get on them to clean it up, dispose of the fire damage and everything. And we didn't have the exact amount when we made this resolution, but we've got to get this done before the end of the year as soon as possible. So that's the reason that's in there. Some of you might have question marks on your ordinance, but it's, I guess, it's legal. Okay, any questions on that ordinance? Motion to suspend the rules and leave the emergency clause in ordinance 216-38. Motion,
I'll give you a motion.
and I need a second.
I'll second.
Roll call vote.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes?
David,
Yes.
Rebecca.
Yes?
Okay. Motion to place ordinance 216-38 on the first, second, third, and final reading.
I'll make the motion.
Second, please.
I'll second.
Discussion? Roll call vote.
Jim,
Yes.
Diane,
Yes?
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes?
Mary Lou.
Yes.
Now, ordinance 2016-38, motion to adopt it, as we have gone through the necessary steps to place it on the first, second, third, and declared the an emergency, suspended the rules. We're ready to have this ordinance for adoption.
I'll give you a motion.
Second,
I'll second.
ordinance 2016-38. Roll call vote.
Diane,
Yes.
David,
Yes.
Rebecca,
Yes?
Mary Lou.
Yes.
Jim.
If you notice, this ordinance has nothing to do with the adoption of the budget that we just finished adopting for 2017. This is for 2016-34. Cindy's trying to get all the books cleaned up and run either John and I into the county auditor's office for a certificate of amended appropriation. Umpteen times that we've done. So, any questions on what we've done? Is that the last one?
Yes.
Okay. Anything on the resolutions? Okay, round table.
I would just briefly like to say thanks to John Martin. Your presentations at the Finance Committee meetings are beyond awesome. And I really appreciate the support the council shows for the kinds of things that you need. So I wanted to say that. And then I want to thank Jackie Dill for being one of the best protect and serve officers I've ever met.
Thank you.
What you do for this community, and especially for the kids, we've never had this, and we appreciate you very much.
Thank you.
So, thank you, John, thank you, Jackie.
Anything else, round table?
I got a compliment for John too, and Jack. When John came in here, he was just like a town marshal going into Dodge City, and everything he's done, he's done a great job. And for Jack, what he does for the kids is really excellent. And R2-D2, that little camera, makes me think of Star Wars.
Okay.
I do have a few remarks myself. I did talk with John this afternoon about the recordings that were made of the special council meetings on October 26th and 27th. And he indicated to me that Jackie would give me the disc that he has, and I could at least be able to play them on any kind of a DVD player.
Hopefully. I mean, because they're not finalized. When a DVD is burned, it has to finalize itself in order to play back on other machines.
Mm-hmm. But I was told it could probably be viewed, at least here at Town Hall, you can see something on it. Is that correct?
No, not on those two. There's one disc, I went through maybe 10 council meetings, and there's one disc I've been able to view from the machine that it recorded on, and that's the only one.
But why would one be able to be viewed and all the other ones not?
It finalized that one evidently.
Well, maybe I can,
The
you know,
information.
see what I can do with it,
Yeah,
maybe not
absolutely.
something and at least.
Yeah, Brad has one, because he thought he could get the information off of it, but he.
Which one?
Which, it's
It's
one of
the
special-
second part to the last, finance meeting.
The part two,
Mhm.
so it'll be the second one.
Yes.
Thursday night.
And then I have the.
Thursday? You have Thursday?
Sounds like Thursday.
Yeah, then I'd have Wednesdays.
Okay, and Brad, could you share that with me? Would you have a problem?
No.
Sharing what you have with me? Because I'm just trying to, you know, for several weeks, you know, I've been trying to at least be able to inform the public, about the meetings.
I've been trying to help you. I
You know,
can't
we've
get
got
the
gaps
information
though
out.
in the, you know, the information, so whatever we can try to, maybe make a second generation by watching one of these recordings using a smartphone or, you know, video. But anyway, I just wanted to clear that up. And then the other thing, I wanted to thank my many supporters for helping me through these past two difficult weeks since Resolution 33 was passed at the council meeting on October 14th. In the meantime, I just want to emphasize and reiterate what I told the Madison Press, namely that I've never in my 11 years of public service intentionally misled or misinformed the public about anything. I found this resolution to be an outright attack on my personal integrity as an office holder and my long-standing record of honorable service to my community. However, this is not the time nor the place to fully exonerate myself against the many false charges, statements, innuendos, and baseless conclusions that the resolution contained. But there will be a time and a proper place for doing so. Thank you. And that's all I have.
Any other comments for roundtable? I will declare the meeting adjourned. If anyone in the audience wants to make a speaking to the Roy's Council, now is your time. Not having any requests,